the Warriors would probably want a lot because they're kind of transitioning into, do they still feel like they can compete or do they want to tear it down? Because Draymond Green's going to be a free agent. They overpaid Jordan Poole. They have young guys like Moses Moody, Kuminga, where, they're young players. These are supposed to be the guys that take over for Steph and Clay when they're basically going to retire. I don't know. They may be asking for a lot. They may be asking, maybe they ask for a Bojan. Maybe they ask for a Alec Burks. Or maybe they ask for, draft picks. They really don't have any.
I was just going to say, like, if they said, give us Alec Burke, we'll give you Jonathan Kuminga, do you pull the trigger on that trade? I do, just because Jonathan Kuminga is shooting 37% from three this past season, shot 53% from the field. He did average 10 points, not the strongest rebounder, only averaged 3. But again, he's only playing 20 minutes per game, and he was playing between a 3 and a 4. Like, I don't even really know if he has a role there. It's just the potential of him as a two-way player is just so much. It's just too much to pass up on. Like, I even just said, and I was serious, like, I would give Isaiah Livers minutes to Jonathan Kuminga if he was in Detroit. Like, it's no offense to Isaiah Livers. It's just, there's just so much talent that is untapped with Jonathan Kuminga. I hate the nickname they gave him, but damn, like, it'd be so hard to pass up on a guy like that in Detroit, man. Man, that it's a lot, man. I don't know. How do other people feel about Jonathan Kuminga, though? Like, what is ultimately, I think Golden State keeps him. I don't think they would be stupid to give up on a 20-year-old because he played, I think, 21 games when Andrew Wiggins was sitting, and he averaged over 12 points per game and had a pretty decent role for them, and they were still winning with him in that role. So I don't know. It just seems like the championship window is still open for Golden State, but they're also in a weird situation where they have a 20-year-old who needs playing time and needs time to work through his mistakes and to become the player that he possibly can be.
Yeah, with Kuminga, I think if I were Golden State, I would hold on to him.
Yeah.
I would develop him. Obviously, Andrew Wiggins is not going to be there forever. Andre Iguodala just retired. I think you could find a role for him. You could find minutes for him as a backup, forward on your team because, he can play both forward positions. He's versatile. Like you said, he's young. I just think, they're just in a really weird position that, they overpaid for Poole. Draymond needs an extension, like I just said. Steph's making an absurd amount of money. So is Klay Thompson. It's just, I don't want to say the Golden State Warriors dynasty is over because I don't think it is. I just think they need to retool, and Kuminga may be a guy that they try to float out this summer and try to get maybe a veteran, maybe a fringe sixth man of the year to try to get more offense off the bench for them. Obviously, they traded for Gary Payton, and I don't think Gary Payton was 100% healthy. I still think he was dealing with whatever he was dealing with. I believe it was like groin or ab injury or something like that. But I think for the Pistons, the Warriors will probably be asking a lot just because they're in a really weird situation right now.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Kuminga playing in Detroit is very unlikely. I still think he's going to be in Golden State. But there's a part of me that thinks, like, I'm trying to think of a center that could be, that would be perfect for the Warriors that I know is out there that they could possibly just flip Jonathan Kuminga and maybe Moses Moody for. Part of the reason you get these young players, you want them obviously to be a part of your future, but also when you have when the championship window is still open like it is in Golden State, they're also very valuable trade assets that can bring you a piece that could help you continue to win now, which is what they want to do. So I don't know. Jonathan Kuminga's future is up in the air, but I don't think it's going to be in Detroit at all. So
no, if it is, I'm ecstatic because that's just a player where, like, if he's properly developed, he's a two-way player, right? And like we've talked about it, when we're doing our kind of like our NBA draft breakdowns of like two-way forwards and how they're so versatile. Like Everybody wants those. Everyone wants the Kawhi Leonards, the Paul Georges, the Jaylen Browns. Like, he has the potential to possibly be one of those guys. It's just he's a young kid. He's not getting playing time, and he's kind of frustrated with it. And he was a high pick too. You have to remember that.